Things happening in Portage County next week. On Monday, June 3rd, we have the PCBC Golf Outing. This is happening at the Wisconsin River Golf Course and the Stevens Point Country Club. Also that day, there is Healthy Living with Diabetes Workshop. This is happening at the Lincoln Center at 9 a.m. and it's located at 1519 Water Street in Stevens Point. On Wednesday, June 5th, we have the Stevens Point Area FAM Tour. This is happening at the Stevens Point Area Convention and Visitors Bureau at 9 a.m., located at 1105 Main Street in Stevens Point. That day, we also have the 2024 Wisconsin Lions Camp Visitor Days. This is happening at the Wisconsin Lions Foundation at 1 o'clock, and it's free with advanced registration. That night, we have Notes at Night with Cassandra Lee at 5:30 p.m., and this is in downtown Stevens Point. That night at District 1 Brewing Company, we have an open mic with Kevin. This is happening at 6:30 p.m., and their address is 200 North Division Street in Stevens Point. On Thursday, June 6th, we have Make Your Own Leather Earrings. This is happening at Sunset Point Winery at 6 p.m. Their address is 1201 Water Street in Stevens Point. That night, there's also live music from Chris Krause. This is happening at the Tiki Beach Bar and Grill at 7 p.m., located at 1126 County Road DB in Mosinee. That night, there's also Levitt Amp with Alicia Bria. This is happening at Piffner Park at 7 p.m. The address is 1100 Crosby Avenue in Stevens Point. On Friday, June 7th, we have the Common Ground Coffee Chats. This is happening at Food and Farm Exploration Center at 8 a.m. Their address is 3400 Innovation Drive in Plover. The PCBC Food Truck Friday's back. Our first food truck is UWSP's Stevie's Food Truck. They'll be here at 10 a.m. That day, there's the PCBC Ribbon Cutting at OK Hardware at 10 a.m. Their address is 143 South Main Street in Amherst. We have another ribbon cutting just a half hour later. This is happening at Community Insurance at 10:30 a.m. at 183 South Main Street in Amherst. Another ribbon cutting that day is at Vintage Concord at 11 a.m. This is also happening in Amherst at 123 South Main Street. Lastly, on Friday, we have Poetry and Prose Open Mic Night. This is happening at Bound to Happen Books at 6 p.m., located at 1008 Main Street in Stevens Point. On Saturday, June 8th, we have the Portage County Dairy Palooza. It's June Dairy Day for Portage County at Feltz's Dairy Store. This is happening at 11 a.m., located at 5759 Porter Drive in Stevens Point. That day we have some live music from Slab Rocks. It's happening at Tiki Beach Bar and Grill at 6 p.m., located at 1126 County Road DB in Mosinee. There's some more live music going on that day by Jen and John Zach and Spaces Between. This is happening at Sunset Point Winery at 6 p.m., and their address is 1201 Water Street in Stevens Point. The last live music event going on that day is Troy Allen's Copperhead Country. This is happening at Oso Brewing Company at 6 p.m., located at 1800 Plover Road in Plover. On Sunday, June 9th, you have Cars and Coffee. This is happening at Fall Line Outfitters at 9 a.m., and their address is 904 Main Street in Stevens Point. That day, we also have the Grief Book Club. This is happening at Bound to Happen Books at 1 p.m., and their address is 1008 Main Street in Stevens Point.